Hello everybody, and once again welcome to Sampson's Judo. Again we're going to do a very nice technique. It's called Tate-Shiho-Gatame. It's called triangular hold down, or there's another word for it called longitudinal lock-in of the upper four quarters. It's important if you're learning Judo to actually use proper Japanese names. So with all my students, I always make a point that they actually understand the names of every technique. So this one's called Tate-Shiho-Gatame, longitudinal lock-in of the upper four quarters. Or if you want to simplify, it's just triangular hold down, and you'll understand why when I'm going to demonstrate it now. So I'll show you what it looks like first of all, and then once again I'll break it down so you can understand it, so you can go away and practice it. Thank you. This is Tate-Shiho-Gatame. It's a technique where it's done while you're on top of your opponent. So the first thing we need to do is to mount onto our opponent. So open his hands up, your legs will come on top. And where we sit on this is very important. What you don't want to do is sit too high up. You want to sit lower down. Now I always emphasize to control the shoulders for most hold downs, because that's the strongest point. But in this case, what's very strong on my opponent is his hips. His hips are very, very strong. And what I need to do is to sit down by his hips, because my rear legs are going to play a very important part of what we call absorbing his movement. For example, if I don't use my legs and my opponent turns over, I would go with him. I'm going to roll with him on either side. Now with Tate-Shiho-Gatame, we're just going to turn you around. The feet will hook onto my opponent's feet. Now in Judo, we're not allowed to stretch the legs to open up his groin, but what we're allowed to do is to hook. And I want you to pay attention. Every time my opponent turns to the left, I will hook onto his right. Every time he turns to his right, I will hook onto his left side. So this is opposite side, so opposite side to opposite side. And what I'm doing, I'm actually absorbing his energy and counteracting his movement. So just pay attention to the legs so you know what your legs will be doing. Watch. That hooking process absorbs my opponent's movements and keeps him on his back, which is my ultimate aim. So by allowing myself to sit by his hips and using my legs as hooks, remember, you're not allowed to spread the legs. This is spreading the legs, because that's going to hurt him. That is illegal in Judo. So you're only allowed to hook. So make sure your legs are connected to his legs. Do not just hold like this, otherwise you'll be very weak. You need your foot just to come in and hook. So once you've got that control, the top part of the control is basically kata-gatame, shoulder hold, which is a hold down that we covered on another footage. So this is kata-gatame, where we push the hand across, head comes down, secures the grip, hands across here. So if you jump over and hook, it's a very good way of entering into kata-gatame. So you can start from kata-gatame, jump across, and then you can create Tate-Shiho-Gatame. I'll just show you one more time. This is a good teaching tool. So you'll sit like here, push the hand across, head down, hold your hands together here, jump over, change the grip, push, hook, and tie. So this is Tate-Shiho-Gatame. Otherwise, you will mount your opponent, you will gain control by lying on his chest, your hand will come around his neck, and then you need to fight for this arm to push across, head down, trap the shoulder, and hold very tight. There are slight variations where you don't have to worry about this arm, which is just holding on like so, but this allows this arm to be very free. Technically, it's not correct. I really want to control that because he will use it to try and break away. So the way I like to teach the Japanese method, which is this is the textbook way of doing Tate-Shiho-Gatame. Legs, hips, hand around the neck, hand across, secure this, push, use your ear and your head to push, hold your hands together. And for Tate-Shiho-Gatame, this is the best way to grip, both hands together. Do not do this, because if you rolled on my fingers, you'll break them. You cannot do this because it changes the way I'm holding his neck. This is the grip. Left hand down, right hand on top. Okay, can be done this side. If I tack this arm, I can do the other side. So it can be done left or right, depending which side the hand goes across. Or nice and tight. When I use Tate-Shiho-Gatame, hook with your legs, lean forward, making it very uncomfortable for Uki. Don't hold and lift your body off him. You've got to have contact to restrict his movement so he doesn't get out. So you have your hand here. I've got my legs control. This hand's got to come across. Bring it so round. Secure with your head, hold tight, and lean into him. And hold him tight. Don't leave away. I want it very secure. So when he starts to move, all I've got to do, I can let go of my legs and hook and control. Now the other thing is, keep your knees as wide as possible. If your legs are together, he could possibly get out. So I need counter leverage. So the more you can spread your thighs and your legs, the more you have counter leverage. So this is a very nice technique, very simple. Tate-Shiho-Gatame, longitudinal locking of the upper four quarters, or triangular hold down. One of very difficult hold down to get out of if you learn to relax, sink, and control Uki. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the Tate-Shiho-Gatame, and don't forget, we'd really appreciate your support by subscribing to our channel, which really helps us a lot for the future. Thank you very much.